March 3rd, 2024 Sunday, and we're getting toward the end of the season, regular season or fantasy season. So this is the time where if you don't hold on to any players that have quote unquote upside. There is no upside no more. Um, if the guy is not producing, that's it. You got to cut them. Pretty straightforward. All right, let's talk about the games. The first game is the Sixers and the Mavericks. They beat them somehow on the road. Um, Mavericks got some hype, but after the trade, but they lost a couple games already. Tyrese Maxey, the efficiency is good here, 24 points, but only 3 assists and 2 steals. He's just not producing at the same level. Meanwhile, Kyle Lowry got 33 minutes. I think we can think about streaming him at least, given all the injuries they have. 4 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and a block is pretty good. Mo Bamba, not so much. And Paul Reed, off the bench, played well, 28 minutes, a steal and a block. Paul Reed, sure. Like if the Sixers got a 4-game week, I'm gonna roll with Paul Reed. I'm not, if they got a back-to-back for sure. That's if you're looking for defensive stats and good field goal and rebounds, for sure. Tobias Harris finally has a good game, 28 points with a steal and 3 threes, and Buddy Hield had 11 points and a steal and a block, 3 threes. Buddy Hield is a must roster. So if he's out there on the waiver wire, I will go grab him. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's you gotta let Daniel Gafford go, and you gotta let Derek Lively go. Both guys could be streaming options if they have a back-to-back, but that's really the only situation you want to have them. Luka, another 38-point triple-double, but again, they lost. He was a +9 though, while Kyrie was a -8 with 28 points and 5 threes, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. PJ Washington hasn't been shooting the ball all that well. 1 for 7 from 3, 13 points. And Josh Green, he's not really, and Tim Hardaway Jr. dropped him too, all these new guys coming in, they're not really getting the minutes. Derrick Jones Jr., he shot the ball well, so he got some extra minutes. But, all these role players, coaches just roll with whoever has a hot hand that day. The next one, 89-88, you don't see that score very often. The Clippers and the Timberwolves, they got the win. Kawhi Leonard, big game, 32 points with 2 steals and a block. Paul George with 3 threes, 15 points. Very mediocre game. And Harden had just 4 points. He goes 0 for 10, and the Clippers still got the win. 10 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Yeah, all the Clippers starters, they were negative other than Paul George because he probably played with the second unit. Starters get kind of destroyed. -11, -10, -17. Norman Powell off the bench, big game, +19, 24 points with 6 threes. Norman Powell can really do damage off the bench, do scoring. So back-to-backs, he's a guy that we could stream for some points and some threes, and he does have good efficiency too. Daniel Theis out of nowhere had a big game. We played 29 minutes while Zubac played 18. He had 13 rebounds, but these guys are not fantasy relevant. And Zubac, I would still hold on to him. I think certain matchups he just doesn't get the minutes. This game he's matched up against Rudy, he's supposed to get a lot more minutes. I guess he was just horrible. Speaking of Rudy, he played the most minutes on the team, Clippers. So Clippers could have gone small and punished Rudy, but they did not. And great game from Rudy. Anthony Edwards, 27 points with 3 steals, 3 threes, 6 for 6 from the free throw. Decent game from Ant, but for him to take it to the next level in fantasy, he's got to get either more efficient or get more scoring, get more threes, things like the counting numbers got to go up, and the efficiency. I mean, he already get a bunch of defensive stats. I think the biggest problem is his efficiency. To be honest, both his field goal and free throw could go up in a major way, and then they'll help his overall scoring points. Karl Anthony Towns also not the best game, had 8 assists. And Jaden McDaniel, who's been getting decent amount of defensive stats, continue to do so. So if you're looking for defensive stats at this point, he's the guy that we could have. And Mike Conley goes 0 for 4 from the field. But he still needs to be rostered for assist purposes only. But again, in playoffs, you got Mike Conley, you already losing assists or you already winning for sure. You got to drop him, in a tight matchup. Yeah. Naz Reid off the bench had 11 rebounds as well. Oh, the next one is ugly. The Warriors got destroyed by the Celtics. Not gonna really talk about it. Everybody played horrible, and Steph Curry only played in the first half. Really, he had 4 points. Um, yeah, horrible, horrible. Yeah, nothing else to say. Um, yeah. Well, CP3 is on the waiver wire. I would go grab him. He give you really good assists and steals. For the Celtics, yeah, easy work. Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown had 29, 27 in 25 minutes. Well, they actually, when the Warriors pulled out their starters in the second half, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, they played a few extra minutes just to get their numbers, I guess. Yeah, not really worth talking about such a big blowout. And Warriors, they've been playing well. This is, this is gonna, well, they're a veteran team. They will bounce back, but get blown out like that is, it's never good. The next one is the Charlotte Hornets. Well, with Nick Richards out, they played Grant Williams at the center, who had a great game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, still in the block. So Nick Richards continues to be out. Grant Williams is the guy that we have to stream. And with Cody Martin out as well, they played our guy, Mičić, 35 minutes. Look, if Cody Martin continues to be out, he could be a streaming option for some assist. Trey Mann, he's getting the minutes, but he's not doing too much with it, to be honest. The assists and steals are pretty solid, but scoring-wise and three-wise, he's not really contributing that much. When Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges, they're firing away. They're taking 20 field goals. 26 points for Brandon Miller and 20 for Miles Bridges. Both guys are very solid. And then, is LaMelo going to be back this season? We don't know. For the Toronto Raptors, Emmanuel Quickley had 22 points, 11 assists, and 2 threes, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. That's pretty good. Gary Trent Jr., finally the defensive stats are coming with 3 threes, 3 steals, and a block. And RJ had a decent game as well, but it goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And the big news, obviously, as we all heard, is Scotty Barnes is out for season. So who does really benefit? Ochai seems like so. He took 20 shots in 33 minutes, probably a lot of wide open shots. And I think Kelly Olynyk gets a few extra minutes. 2 steals and 2 blocks is good. But yeah, he's not going to get 30 minutes. He could be a really good streaming option if the schedule works out. Because Olynyk can put up numbers, even just 25 minutes. Moving on to the next one, Detroit lost to Orlando 91-113 because the blowout. Other than All-Star Thompson, who just keep racking up defensive stats. Great, absolutely must roster. Jalen Duren played 24 minutes. Isaiah Stewart played 27. Yeah, nobody played well. Chalk it up and we'll move on to the next one. Evan Fournier actually got 26 minutes. You don't see that guy for a long, long time. 17 points is all right. For the Magic, Banchero, 29 points, great. Franz Wagner, 13 points and 2 blocks with 8 rebounds. And, they've been starting Wendell Carter Jr. This is his best game in a while. 19 points, because maybe it's against Detroit. 5 for 7, efficient from the field. All his free throws, hit 2 threes, had 8 rebounds and still in 2 blocks. His best game in a while. Garrett Harris, they're giving him minutes. So making Markelle Fultz coming off the bench. Fultz, 16 minutes, had a big game, 8 for 8 from the field. While Jalen Suggs continued to start and put up decent numbers. Jalen Suggs could be rostered for sure at the moment. Things could change next week, but given how the minutes are distributed right now, Jalen Suggs, he gets a lot of defensive stats. Let's go grab him or stream him if he's out on the waiver wire. The next game is the Pacers. The Spurs started racking up some wins, 105, 117, great. Miles Turner versus Victor Wembanyama goes 6 for 17, 16 points. Siakam had 21 points. Tyrese Halliburton struggles again. offensively at least. 8 assists, that's below his average. He's been struggling pretty hard the last couple weeks. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. So TJ got some extra minutes because Andrew Nembhard was no good. So I think it's safe to drop Andrew Nembhard, to be honest. And he was getting 35 plus minutes. Now TJ playing well, 26 points, 5 assists and 3 steals. TJ is the guy that can come in and just be a top 20 player in 1 week. If Tyrese Halliburton is out, but depend on how many minutes he get. And with Aaron Nesmith back, Benedict still played 31 minutes. But none of the Pacer guys played well last game. For the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, this is just a walk in the park now. 31 points, 12 rebounds, and block 6 shots is nothing. It's nothing. It's really nothing to him. Still in 6 blocks with 3 threes. Just amazing. Amazing. He's just doing amazing things. Devin Vassell with 2 threes, 5 assists, and 2 steals, 9 rebounds, and 17 points. Great. Trey Jones, even though he had a bad game here, I would still roster him. Jeremy Sohan's minutes has been over 30 minutes. If you want some peripheral stats, you could have him. And Kenan Johnson also not a much roster. Could be streamed. And, the Spurs, they're actually playing Victor Wembanyama huge minutes. I don't know, we're in the last 20 games of the season. Last year, the Spurs, what they did is just randomly sit out players. They just sit out anybody. So maybe this year will be different, at least when it comes to Victor Wembanyama. They're playing him big minutes too. The next one is the Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Josh Hart, another game, big game, 45 minutes, and they really need him. So he's a must roster. Dante DiVincenzo is a must roster. Jalen Brunson got hurt. So even Miles McBride could be an interesting streaming option. Well, let's see if Jalen Brunson plays actually. I don't know how much time he's going to miss. But how about Josh Hart? It's just crazy numbers. Same thing with Dante. I think these guys are going to run on gas too. But for fantasy, in fantasy, we gotta get them. They're producing pretty good. Isaiah Hartenstein's minutes is still kind of low, 23 minutes. 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and a block, but he's too good to drop, I think, even in the playoffs. Unless you need points and threes. And your whole full roster are guys with points and threes, then, you drop Isaiah Hartenstein. There's still situations you could drop. You could drop really anybody. If you lose that week, you're out. So you obviously don't drop a top 10 player, but guys like Isaiah Hartenstein, you could afford to lose. Precious Achiuwa with 2 steals and 3 blocks. The defensive stats are pretty good, but he only played 21 minutes. Bojan Bogdanovic actually might get a few extra minutes if Josh Hart is out. They need some more offensive power. Had 20 points, then he could maybe be streamed if Knicks have a back-to-back. Right? I don't think Knicks have a great schedule actually. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals and 19 points. Amazing. Max Strus. I think with Donovan Mitchell out, we could stream him for a couple more games. For threes, he had 2 threes here, only 2 threes, 3 assists and a steal. Jared Allen and Mobley both got 6 assists. That's telling something when both big men get get those assists, volume of assists, and Mobley played just 28 minutes. I don't know why. He had 3 fouls, maybe some foul trouble in the first half. But I think Mobley playing at the power forward position is really not going to help him with his blocks and rebounds. Although he still does get a lot of rebounds, but maybe not as many blocks, which could be frustrating. Moving on to the last game of the night, we have Oklahoma City Thunder went into Phoenix and beat them. Devin Booker was out this game, but Oklahoma City did so good. Shea with 35 points, missed all his threes, but 8 rebounds, 9 assists with 3 steals and 3 blocks. Amazing. Josh Giddey had 2 steals and 2 blocks in his 19 minutes. He does not need to be rostered. If they have a back-to-back, maybe you stream him. Chet Holmgren, 14 points and 9 rebounds and a steal. Didn't really get a lot of defensive stats, but still good enough. Jalen Williams with 22 points and 1 3 and 3 steals. Okay, great game from him, and Lou Dort had 3 steals and a block. Yeah, Phoenix had a lot of turnovers this game. KD, I don't know what's going on with him. Just 15 shot attempts, maybe. I don't know, maybe just gets double teamed or something. So this is, he gets double teamed. You still have BO and you still have, if Booker is healthy, right? They can't afford to double KD. But 31.6 assists from BO is great, 3 threes, but can he stay healthy? Yusuf Nurkic, oh my God, 31 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Oklahoma City Thunder, Chet Holmgren is not beefy, so maybe Yusuf Nurkic, that's how he went off. 31 rebounds gotta be his career high, and his minutes is great. Yusuf Nurkic is on the radar a little bit this season. I think he has had a good year, not like when he was in Portland. But after this game last month, Victor Wembanyama is the first ranked player. How scary is that? Oh, never mind. Nurkic is the 116th ranked player in the last month. He's grabbing 12 rebounds, but a steal on a block. It's just the free throw is killing you. 56% from the free throw line. But if you're pounding free throws, it's actually pretty solid. A steal on the block, 5 assists, 13 rebounds, very, very solid, in my opinion. Grayson Allen hit 2 threes, just a 3-point streamer. And Royce O'Neal, we could stream him too. If you're looking for threes and defensive stats, at least, he's been getting good minutes. And, if Devin Booker continues to be out, he's going to continue to get those minutes. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.